So the first thing we would like to do today is to tell you about what is LUDI. LUDI is a cost action. And what is cost? Cost is the longest running European framework supporting transnational cooperation. It's been there since 1971, so 44 years ago. COST does not fund research itself, but it does fund network activities and dissemination activities like this one that we are having here today. COST is all about funding networking between European countries to foster research and to strengthen the cooperation between European countries within the research area, of course. And LUDI. LUDI is a pan-European network devoted to the study of play for children with disabilities. And why? Why are we addressing this theme? Because we strongly believe that play is essential for child development. And we strongly believe that this is not different for children with disabilities. But often, these children with disabilities, suffer from play deprivation. And this is because, well, this might be a consequence, a direct consequence of their disabilities because they cannot access play activities, but it's also because parents, professionals, teachers, caregivers in general may be more interested in other therapeutical activities and put behind play. They give less importance to play, but play is very, very important, as you all know. And often these children are not offered enough opportunities to play. And from that, they suffer a slowdown or an arrest in their development. And not giving them enough opportunities to play will mean that they won't develop to their full potential. And another reason for setting up this network is that we have seen a lot of studies from many, many different areas on play, and even on play for children with disabilities. But we do feel that there's the need of setting up a transdisciplinary network and looking at this problem from many different perspectives and integrating everything. Because we need solutions at different levels. We need tools and technologies that are adapted for children with disabilities. We need adapted toys, for example. We need models and methodologies of intervention. Also, we need to spread information and knowledge about play for children with disabilities. And we need to increase the general awareness for the importance of play, even for typically developing kids. You know that many times we are concentrating on providing information for our kids, but we forget that it is through play that they learn better. So it is important also for children with disabilities. How is LUDI organized? Well, we have today 27 countries participating who are joining the action. We have more than 80 persons. We are organized in 4 working groups, and I'll be telling you in a minute what are these working groups about. We have a management committee that takes the decisions. There are 2 persons from each country that are sitting in this management committee, and all decisions are voted there. We have a core group, a smaller group with 13 persons that take care of all current management decisions. We have an advisory board with representatives from parents and children with disabilities. They make sure that we are on the right track. We usually hold 2 general meetings per year. Core group meets probably between these 2 meetings, there will be a core group meeting. So working group 1, which is entitled Children's Play in Relation to the Types of Disabilities, is worried about definitions and setting all the definitions that will be shared among the several working groups. So they are looking at play definitions and classifications for types of impairments. Working Group 2 is worried about technologies and accessibility and usability of those technologies. Working Group 3 is looking at contexts and play contexts and relationships between adults and peers, policies, and also rights. Working Group 1 is also looking at this topic of rights of children with disabilities, and particularly to the right of play. And Working Group 4 is building, or will be building, on the knowledge gathered by the work of all the other working groups, and will be developing a training model to train people to support play for children with disabilities. Let me tell you a bit about where we are now. So Working Group 1 was looking at the several, well, there are many definitions on play out there, and we adopted this one from Garvis. Play is a range of voluntarily, intrinsically motivated activities normally associated with recreational pleasure and enjoyment. This is the play definition adopted by our network. And they also have been looking to the classifications of types of play, and these usually go in two dimensions, the cognitive dimension and the social dimension, and we adopted this classification here. So this is where Working Group 1 is right now, and they are writing a report on this and on the extensive literature review they have been conducting. Working Group 2, that is dedicated to technology for play. The first thing I would like to say is that we are not restricting the word technology here to devices or gadgets. We are here understanding technology as the application of knowledge coming from different areas, different scientific areas, to develop devices for sure, but also services, strategies, and practices to support play. And we are developing a database that will collect a vast number of examples of technologies to support play, and examples of those database records are the use of robots to promote and support play, and I will be talking in a minute about one of those applications, descriptions of interventions to promote play, use case of toys, description of development of accessible playgrounds. So as you can see, we are looking at technology in a very, very broad sense here. Working Group 3 is conducting a literature review on the enables and barriers for disabled children's play in 4 different contexts: at home, in educational settings, in built and natural environments. And they aim to provide a narrative account of research in this area, and also they aim to identify any research gaps or avenues for further research into barriers and enables to play for disabled children. And the barriers identified so far include physical, attitudinal, economic, and political barriers. Working Group 4 now is looking at the user needs in relation to play. And they have conducted a bibliographic research, and that bibliographic research revealed a limited number of studies addressing children with disabilities needs in relation to play. So they conducting a pilot study in Sweden, Finland, and Lithuania, and then they will extend this, hopefully, to many European countries, aiming at characterizing the user needs in relation to play in Europe. What are our long-term goals? Collect and systematize existing knowledge on play for children with disabilities, provide guidelines and design rules for technology to support play, disseminate best practices, developed training methodologies for intervention and interdisciplinary action to support play for children with disabilities, and, most important, to raise awareness to the importance of play for children with disabilities. So there's our website. Stay tuned. Okay. Thank you.